welcome back to World of Pop, episode 21.
Fucking stole it again.
21 whole weeks in a row. What is that? Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Welcome back to the to the worldwide of pop. Worldwide pop. Hectic night over here. It is 10:30 p.m.
Yeah, it's a little later than
normal.
We've
been up much later than we should be.
That's past my bedtime.
Josh just knocked over a plant. Anyways, remember to buy our coffee. For the love of God, for the love of us,
for the love of everything,
remember
please
to hit that subscribe button. Maybe you want to subscribe to our coffee.
Thanks for watching.
Program.
And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube or Spotify or whatever platform you're watching or listening or streaming or whatever you're doing. Hopefully you're enjoying the content, but to stay up to date with all of our new episodes every week, we want you to, make sure that you get notifications when they come out.
Oh yeah.
Also. On that note, you can subscribe to our coffee as well and get boxes of coffee that just show up at your door.
That's right. Every month.
Every month.
Every month, same day.
I think it's
same amount of coffee comes.
3 bags.
3 bags of coffee.
You don't have to do anything. It auto charges. You get coffee, pop coffee, organic pop coffee every month. Subscriptions on popcoffeeroasters.com. Go now, subscribe. Go to YouTube, subscribe.
Yeah, it's super easy to do that too. It's just a button.
We're drinking Coke.
It's just a
and
button
coffee to stay awake right now too. So later in the episode, we're going to talk about soda and coffee. But to start, what's our first section?
Yeah, what's going on? We're going to talk about just some things that are going
Current
on. Current
events. And we have a juicy interview today.
Oh yeah, immediately after.
I love using the word juicy.
Juicy. We've got a. I was trying to think of a better adjective.
We're going to have a Teddy talk.
Yeah, we're going. But first,
before we get there and we explain who Teddy is and how his coffee knowledge, coolness, and music all tie into our lives and everything, we're going to talk about a couple cool current events in the coffee world. One from Hawaii.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about some morality things as far as coffee goes. Unfortunately, much like all other global businesses, coffee has its fair share of less than savory, business practice. One of those being, I'm sure that a lot of our listeners are familiar at least with Kona Coffee, Kona brand coffee. Kona is a region in Hawaii where they grow coffee.
Kona with a K.
Some of the most sought after coffee in the world. And you listening at home,
it goes for like $33 a pound.
Yeah, you listening at home might think that that's really funny to hear because you've been in the, TJ Maxx checkout line and you've seen Kona coffee for sale, and it's $8 for a bag because it's expired and it's at TJ Maxx or Marshalls. So that's actually what we're going to talk about. Back in 2019, there was a lawsuit, a class action lawsuit, if you will, organized by a couple hundred actual small coffee growers and coffee processors down in Hawaii.
700.
700-ish. Yeah, around 700 different coffee growers.
I wrote down, right? Or 700.
Josh did write down the fact for me.
By the way, this was, if you want to look up the full article, we're talking about Roast Magazine and LA Times.
Yeah, Roast Magazine did a pretty good little piece on it. Again, like I said, it's been going on since 2019. I don't know if you listeners at home know how class action lawsuits work, but they take a while to get rolling.
How do they work?
I'm not going to get into how class action lawsuits work.
We might have to ask a lawyer for that.
Maybe we could have your dad on the show. I'm sure he can tell us all about class action lawsuits.
I am the son of a lawyer.
Proudly. But
also, I think class actions are like groups of people getting together with the help of a group of lawyers to sue a group of companies or a large corporation.
Yes. So all of these hundreds of coffee growers down in Hawaii who are actually growing Kona coffee, which, by the way, this is a statistic that was mentioned in both of the articles, was that there's only about 2.3 million pounds of Kona coffee grown each year in the region, in the actual Kona region in Hawaii. 2.3 million pounds. However,
you don't say.
There's something like 20.8 million pounds a year being sold of Kona coffee. And I don't know if you can do the math there, but that just doesn't add up. Right?
There's so many million pounds of coffee that are being sold under the name Kona that just magically appear.
There's an extra 18 million.
They materialize out of thin air.
Yeah, I don't think so. So essentially what's happened is I brought up TJ Maxx and Marshalls earlier because they were actually involved in this class action lawsuit, and
wait, hold on. The weirdest coffees get sold at the TJ Maxx's.
Oh yeah, it's weird, and it's all.
It's so weird. Every time I'm there,
it's redistribution. It's a whole thing on its own. But
I had to interject here real quick. So in this, I have another figure wrote down here. This is a lot of money because of those 700, I guess someone can do the math. I'm not going to be able to do this on the show. Those 700 farmers in Hawaii are actually going to recoup about $14,000 a piece.
So far.
Could be more. But that's a lot of money on the table. Also, you just got to think about, this is all that they have. I just had this thought. It was just like, this is all the illegally sold Kona coffee that they have found out about. How much is getting sold that people don't even... And
it's people.
Caught.
It's literally just people, roasting coffee and selling it and just being like, "What can we call this shit?"
Kona.
Like, dude, fucking call it Kona. Everybody loves Kona coffee.
There's a really sick skate park.
Nobody's gonna check.
Oldest skate park in America is called Kona. It's spelled the same way. It's in Florida.
Huh.
Ride a skateboard. Go to jail.
They should lock skaters up.
No, but Kona is one of my favorite coffees. My parents used to drink it when I was a kid. I didn't really understand what was so cool, but I had a family member who lived in Hawaii, and they would bring it back.
Ah.
It had these
Kona?
really bright packaging with crazy Hawaii volcanoes and stuff. I don't know. I remember it. I visually remember Kona coffee from childhood memory. Which is crazy. Back to our last episode where we're thinking about growing up with coffee as children on the table when, 500 years ago, it could have been prohibition. You could have been sewn into a leather bag and thrown in the ocean.
Just imagine that. Just imagine you get home one day and your father just all his bones are broken, he's bedridden. You're like, holy shit, Pops, what happened? He goes, I got caught drinking coffee.
They broke my ribs. Seriously though, go check out our last episode on the prohibition of coffee. I can't get enough of it. I actually have been just blown away by
having nightmares about it.
No, but just it's so crazy because it's just such a part of our culture and our daily lives in American as well as globally, but especially, the history of coffee is just such a cool thing, and we'll be doing some more updates there. But back to Kona. Class action lawsuit.
It's looking good.
It's looking good.
They're taking back the rights. They're making sure they're doing things about this, and they're making sure they're making people scared to fraudulently sell Kona coffee because...
Well, you shouldn't be fraudulently labeling coffee.
You shouldn't be doing that anyways.
Yeah.
If you're going to bust your ass to actually grow coffee
that just pisses me off.
And be from there,
as a coffee company owner and roaster here in Kona, we're, committed to being as transparent as possible with our practices, our roasting practices, as well as procuring and, from farmers. And, we trust our farmers, and you need to be able to have that trust all the way around. And when companies go and mislabel regions,
you're hurting the farmers.
Yeah, you're really, really hurting the farmers. And we've interviewed farmers. We plan to interview.
And you're hurting the reputation. You're actively bringing down the value of the product that they do make.
Reputation is a huge thing. Actually, in the episode with Jose, the farmer we interviewed on the show here, he mentioned that about his, El Salvador reputation, and they're trying to overcome some adversity there. And Kona is the opposite. So they had a really prestigious reputation, and this has undermined it, and therefore that's why
it's you grow up, you hear people like, oh, Kona coffee, that's the shit, and you do find a bag in some checkout lane somewhere.
Honestly,
you get home, you drink it, and you're like, oh, this kind of tastes like shit. I'm kind of not thrilled on this.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it gets kind of really bummy. So yeah, fuck that. Always properly label your products.
Yeah.
Give credit where credit is due, and don't take it where it's not.
Yeah, so basically what we want to leave you with is that only coffee grown in the Kona district of the Big Island of Hawaii can be labeled as such, and that's what this class action lawsuit's about.
Hawaii is a tiny place.
Yeah, I've been there once.
Yeah, that's not a whole lot of space for growing that coffee. It makes it exclusive.
And also the soil there is special. It has volcanic ash. The climate, it's unique. I mean,
it's filled with love.
You can't fake it. That's something that you can't fake. Moving on. We're going into Starbucks.
Yeah.
I know I said a bad word.
Whoa.
Third wave coffee doesn't like Starbucks. However, you're going to like one thing they're doing. And even if all of you, right now, all you third wavers, I know that you sometimes frequent a Starbucks.
Josh goes to Starbucks almost every day. And he gets
that is a lie.
Latte. He gets vanilla lattes.
No, it is a lie.
No, but he goes a lot.
Truly,
he goes a lot.
It's actually not as bad as it used to be.
I do like an occasional Starbucks too.
It has to do with their vanilla syrup. I don't know what it is. Anyway, the Starbucks has set a goal. The Starbucks. I just sounded so.
It's like the Facebook.
Yeah, which I've actually said. Anyway, let's actually get to the grit here. Starbucks has set a goal of carbon neutrality by the year 2030, which is dope. I'm super hyped to see such a big coffee leader in coffee setting a sustainability goal that's that adventurous. And, carbon neutrality is the idea that you level and become neutral your carbon footprint as an organization or as a person.
So being carbon neutral is different than being like
zero emissions. That's different. Zero emissions is like being run off solar power and electric vehicles.
So that's like being preemptive in
a perfect world.
Not creating a carbon footprint is zero.
Yes. Not okay. It's like when you go on a hike and they're like only leave footprints. That's like you're leaving nothing.
Right. But if you were to litter the whole way there and then pick it up on your way back,
that'd be neutrality.
That would be like.
But if you picked up more trash than you left,
all of a sudden the deficit gets smaller.
That's what I'm saying. Bottom line is that waste is created in the practice of everything in a weird way, even like the growing of the coffee. So what we're really going to talk about right now is that Starbucks has said that they want to be carbon neutral by 2030, but they're talking specifically about green coffee. They last year said that they wanted to be resource positive, and it's just not. Is that resource? I can't even read my own handwriting.
Yeah, it's not surprising, man. You got really, really bad.
Yeah, it's right. I got it right. It was resource positive. Okay, they long term want to be resource positive, but they've honed in this year and said that they want to actually be carbon neutral. What's really cool about this is over the last year, their stocks rose 87%.
Yeah,
I've actually had invested in it and pulled out and sold it during this time because it's been steadily rising during the pandemic. Very cool to see coffee on the rise during the pandemic. They are, I'm sure, I know some cafes are hurting, and Starbucks, I've actually read, have closed some stores. But it's time to redesign the way we do business. Also, they're talking about green coffee, they're not talking about how they operate in their store, they're talking about how they get their coffee out to their stores and the infrastructure in which the trucks and the farmers and even, I guess,
the
boats and airplanes.
The coffee, how the farms are run.
Yeah.
Things. Yeah.
Half the water usage they're cutting. Half their waste they create they're cutting. And they're also cutting their carbon emissions, which is their greenhouse gases they produce, in half also. So everything's getting slashed in half by 2030, which is a huge, huge thing for a company of their size to commit to.
That's going to be very, very cool.
Yeah. That is, to me, sustainability is like something that I believe in, that I preach.
Oh yeah, big part of our lives, and literally
But also as a company, as a coffee roaster, they don't only do organic. They do all of them. They do some organics, but we believe that if we can get more organic and more sustainably sourced, and just promote the earth and health and coffee, I think that that's kind of where we're headed with all this. So that's why I wanted to bring that up. That's the state of coffee today, current events.
Always good to see.
Are you ready for our Teddy talk?
I'm ready for our Teddy talk.
I need you to intro who Teddy is. Real quick.
Ask me. Say.
And let me do the technical thing. I got to do my. You got to talk.
Teddy Morrow.
No, talk. You. To the people.
I know. I hear.
I'm confused.
Yeah, Teddy Morrow.
No, he's not here yet.
We have an interview. I know that he's not here yet. Anyways, we have an interview with Teddy Morrow tonight. Teddy Morrow is a good friend of mine, old friend of mine.
There it is. There's a
Teddy was the original person who hired me way back when I was just barely 18 years old at a little tiny cafe in Ypsilanti, Michigan.
Oh, I don't know.
I learned how to roast coffee. Teddy was the man that gave me a shot and really actually opened the door.
His music career.
Oh yeah. Teddy's also a phenomenal musician in addition to being a kick-ass barista.
So Teddy,
cafe manager.
Tell us about yourself. Welcome.
Well, you guys just said it all.
No,
there's got to be more than that, man. Come on.
It's nice to be here. Thank you for having me. Shout out to Pop Coffee for sure. Yeah, I guess I manage Cross Street Coffee. Hashtag the mug cometh. We're gonna bring the mug back and make it super awesome. It's a chill little coffee shop. Jordan does the roasting. And if it wasn't for him, my coffee would not be, my shop would not be where it's at right now. I've been doing coffee for a little over 2 decades now.
Yeah, you didn't get your start at the Ugly Mug or Cross Street, right?
No, I got my start at a little shop that my parents owned in Saline, Michigan, called the Drowsy Parrot.
Which I've always been a fan of the name. I really like.
Yeah, well, the guy was a Jimmy Buffett fan, and so it was like,
yeah,
that's where the parrot came from.
Okay.
And
Cheeseburger in Paradise.
I'm a Jimmy Buffett fan too.
Seriously, but so since I can say this because the shop is now closed, that he used to actually have a legit parrot in the shop, like all the time, that like sat on the dish bin, which is like all guidelines as far as like health code is concerned. It's like, it's so disgusting to think about now.
No.
But yeah, no, and it used to bite customers. Like people would go to put their mugs away, and the bird would like snip at you, and like it was the worst idea ever. I don't know how.
I kind of like it. It's a really nice balance of gimmick, and it's a functionality thing.
Well, it was gangster AF. You know what I mean? Like it was like
that's really gangster.
That's a tough look. You know what I mean? But like I didn't like it.
If you've never, if any of you out there haven't been attacked by a bird, it's fucking terrifying.
Birds, plurals also. Yeah. Flocks.
Yeah. Hitchcock made a movie about it.
It's bad. I mean, it's a great movie. It's starring mentally.
Starring the birds.
Terrifying.
Dude, those birds, they'll get you every time. Edgar Allan Poe and the Crow?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously. Think about it. That's why you can't trust Harry Potter. He rolls deep with an owl. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, what?
Heck your damn eyes out.
Anyway.
Teddy, so you've been working in coffee, like you said, for a little over 2 decades. Started when you were what, 14, 15, down at the Drowsy Parrot in Saline?
It was my first real job. But yeah, it was my folk shop. My mom owned a bakery next door, so she did all the pastries for the shop, which was super awesome. I'll never forget that time in my life because got to spend time with my family. Obviously, worked with my brother, and then my dad was the big bad bookkeeper that had to come by every now and then and make sure that we were saving pennies on chocolate shavings and stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, so met a lot of cool people there, and I've worked in a couple different cafes, bounced around kitchens. I've been in basically the service industry for my entire life. I've had a couple random jobs, but we get by. But coffee's fun. Small secret is coffee is I think a little bit easier than people think. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If you
you don't want to give up that illusion. You got to make it look like it's hard, man.
No, third wave. It's the way of the future. You know what I mean? No, but for real, like I think I know you guys don't use the SB word unless you're talking about skateboarding. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. No, we
no, shouts out to the Bucks, man. But you know it's a good business model. But
they're doing some good things.
I like some cool things.
I got to admit this. I heard you guys talking about the carbon neutral thing. So
yeah,
in the show.
You know where they got their name?
So I think that's really cool.
Where did they get their name, Josh?
Well, no, it was that El General or whatever. But Starbuck was in Moby Dick. He was he was the captain of the ship. Captain Ahab's right hand was Starbuck.
What?
Yeah.
Did he always have a cup of coffee in it or something?
No, I don't know. I just know that's where the first time that's his name.
Huh.
Classic literature. It came from.
Is that why they have the mermaid as their logo?
I think it's a nautical port city, Seattle, the whaling in the area.
I always thought Moby Dick was like an aviation book.
Dude, it's literally about getting the white whale.
How the hell am I supposed to know that?
You read the book.
Sorry, I had it way wrong.
All right, I know what book I'm going to do.
Hysterical.
For you.
That's hysterical.
No, that's a great book, but it's also their coffee isn't always the greatest, but the carbon neutral.
It's a book of.
They're starting to get pretty cool with like the Starbucks Select and the Starbucks Reserves and stuff. But
they've stepped it up. But we're not trying to advertise for them.
But anyway, we are trying to advertise for Pop Coffee and also other places.
Oh no, I want to talk about your ramen.
Oh no, we're talking about
this ramen.
We're talking about ramen now?
Yeah, I didn't know. You make some bomb ramen.
Josh here just a minute ago, he writes down on a piece of paper, he writes ramen, circles it. So tell us about your phenomenal idea.
I think you might have just coined the term bombing.
Oh, I need shares.
Oh.
I'm gonna write that down.
Can I do a copyright on a Zoom meeting? Is that?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
send you the form right after. We can get this worked out.
You got it. Talk to my people. But I'm doing all vegan ramen right now with rice noodles, in-made spices, like house plant. It's like it's. We live in a college town. Our coffee shop's on a college campus, and I want to make like an easy, cup of noodles for you to be able to get your coffee and take some ramen to class. So you got coffee and
it comes in a cup.
Yeah, it comes in a cup. It comes in the same cups that we use to serve coffee.
I like that.
Just slap a lid on it with a fork, just like you would a cup of coffee. So you get a cup of noodles.
No.
And, quick, easy, and there's just the 3 rules is like stir well, or wait 3 minutes, stir well, and then slurp really loud.
You gotta slurp it loud. You gotta taste everything.
You gotta slurp it loud.
Stir it up. Let it coat every surface.
I personally, on our second episode, you gave me some of this. Honestly.
Oh yeah, Teddy was present.
So good.
Teddy was present for the recording of the second episode of World of Pop.
Yes.
And Josh,
Toast the roaster.
Josh was starving immediately beforehand, and Teddy was like, "Oh boy, have I got a solution for you." Handed him a cup full of fucking hot water and noodles and said, "Wait 3 minutes, stir really well, and slurp really loudly."
It was slurpable. It was delightful. I was impressed. I think your ramen idea has massive potential.
Yeah.
So
I knocked the idea for like 5 years, and then Teddy finally like made me try it, and I was like, "All right, this is pretty slapping. This is pretty good.
It's extra good compared to what your store bought brands."
Yeah. Oh yeah, no doubt.
No, it's actually good.
That's one of my big secrets. Is if Jordan doesn't like it, then I know it works.
Oh yeah. I think it's the same thing about me and Josh too. If I don't like an idea that Josh has, it's definitely probably a better idea.
So besides coffee, what do you two have in common?
Oh yeah, Teddy and I both love to make music. I roast. I do a little bit of freelance roasting for some companies, and the Cross Street over in Nipsey is one of them.
Yeah.
I offer my services.
Go watch episode 2 and learn more.
I often will run into Teddy down there doing some managerial work, and we'll maybe stick around, play a couple songs together. Teddy's been learning how to play the ukulele. That's been super cool.
Yeah.
I'll bring guitars down there.
Shout out to Argus.
But other than that, Teddy did have a rap career at one point in time. I don't think that you're still doing it actively, but you definitely have some music out there, and I've always thought that it hit pretty hard. I showed Josh just like 2 weeks ago. I was like, "Oh yeah, you ever listen to any Teddy's music?" And he was like, "Teddy makes music?" And I showed him, and he was literally like super thrilled.
He loved this thing.
Teddy's going to get his ukulele. Oh my God! I've been looking for this. I've been
the tuner.
Teddy, remember how I told you I lose my snarks all the time? I found one.
Just found the
Nice.
And but yeah, he actually gave this to my daughter.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
gifted her ukulele, and she learned to play a little.
This is my wife's uke.
Love it.
Just for the video sake. You can
hold it up.
I'm not Joshua.
Ukes up, everyone.
Ukes unite.
Ukulele game.
Yeah, I think actually at the end of the interview we're gonna play one of your tracks.
Yeah, and it's actually a specific one that I love called Liquor Store
in honor of World of Pop's 21st episode. Finally able to drink.
Happy birthday!
We're of age.
Yeah. Cheers.
Toast. Well, actually, this is a Coke and espresso, which is damn good.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah,
we'll be talking about that later.
It's too late for coffee for me. I gotta get the shop up and open early in the morning. So.
You put the ukes away.
Put the ukes away.
All right, but you don't play the ukulele. I don't want to mislead people. You rap. You're a rapper. Yeah. And he's a damn good rapper.
Well, thank you.
I literally was listening to this song we're gonna play.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, is that Teddy? Is this the same Teddy?
It's the same Teddy.
Oh my God. No, we're about the same age, right? You're a little older than me, but it took me back to some real good era in hip hop and to like when I was a teenager and just like classic, I don't want to say classic, I was like quality hip hop, more conscious, it just more, just the lyrical flow was so, it just is great. I don't know what else to say, but I was blown away by it, and I wanted to learn more about what inspires you to make music.
I guess I don't know. I've always just really thought music was like fun. You know what I mean? The younger that you are, you think that like the kids want to be YouTube stars and TikTokers and like all this stuff nowadays, and we're like, I just that was like being a rapper for me when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like that was like the way, or like because I sucked at sports. You know what I mean? So it's like instead, I guess
sports wasn't for you.
No, I mean I was decent. I got a little bit of game, but you know what I mean. Like I was a better.
What sport would you pick if you picked one?
Oh, if I was gonna play a sport, it'd be baseball for sure.
Hell yeah! Oh yeah, that's American as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
I'm a fan of the pitcher's duel, man. I can sit and watch the most boring baseball game in the entire world.
Yeah, you and my dad would get along.
I know, but I appreciate. I think that ties back to music, which ties back to coffee. Is that like I appreciate the work that goes into it. You know what I mean? Like that good things take time. You know what I mean? No, you watch musicians, any type of artist. You see, and this goes for baristas and roasters as well. You know what I mean? That like you see the end product, but you don't see the work that gets put in. You know what I mean? Like you don't see the behind the scenes. You don't see the ugly part. You know what I mean? Like you don't see the boring part.
It gets ugly.
You don't see me dropping fucking buckets full of beans and being like, oh God, what have I done?
Straight messy roasteries and all the shitty songs that we play like while we're sitting waiting for the roaster to heat up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
gotta have music.
Nobody sees the 86 takes that don't get released until the rare deep cuts.
Right. Nobody sees the technical difficulties trying to get a Zoom meeting going.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Fuck. Yeah. Maybe we'll release some bloopers.
We've been doing clips too, like cutting shorter parts out. So we'll be making a lot of clips. Some of these technical difficulties might make some good clips.
Yeah. Teddy bared with us as we had a major fuck up with some of our equipment, and Teddy bared with us.
My computer actually completely restarted. What was that?
Oh my! I have no idea what happened. But Teddy stuck through the entire thing and worked with us and wasn't like, all right, guys, it's been an hour. Like, this is kind of bullshit. Like, I'm over it.
Well, that's why this is a real Teddy talk.
But this is a real Teddy talk.
Real quick about the music before we move on to we wanted to get a barista horror story from you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But before that, with your music, so just tell us a little more about it, I guess, where we can find it and stuff like that.
All right. So I've got I've got a new project in my brain that I'm working on right now, and I'll keep you guys tuned on that.
Awesome. Please.
I don't know exactly, and I'm probably gonna need you guys' help.
As long as it's not a Zoom meeting.
Yeah, we'll be around.
No, in person,
Well, I'm there in person.
Yeah.
No, word. No, yeah, I've got a little project that I want to do, like a small EP match with like a short film. I don't know exactly what it is yet, but so I've got a couple teams of film people, but like I know you guys know your stuff, and so that'd be fun. You can check me out on like SoundCloud. I haven't put anything out like recently in quite some time. So like all my music that you can find is old. It's just Teddy MC. Literally anywhere, YouTube, SoundCloud, Google me, I guess.
All right, wait, hold on. It is also still an audio only thing. So how do we spell this?
Teddy MC TEDDY
space uppercase M uppercase C.
Now, what does MC stand for?
MC means master of ceremonies. MC means move the crowd.
I thought it meant mic control.
Well, I was getting there.
My bad.
It means a few things, apparently. I didn't know that. I just got dropped some knowledge.
It means make choices. It means make coffee sometimes.
Make coffee! That's what it means.
No, I love that. MC has always been one of those terms where I'm like, I've asked other people, I'm like, what the fuck is an MC? And they will literally give me a list and they're like, use whatever you fucking want it to be. Like,
yeah, because
you can be an MC, you know?
I like the term MC. Like I don't dislike the term rapper.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking hate the term rapper. Like I don't like, like I rap.
It's so defining, whereas MC is really just like.
Is it like, yeah, I guess I'm a rapper, you know what I mean? But like
well, you got like Lil Wayne making the best rapper alive was a big song.
Yeah, which is fine.
But he embraced the rapper identity,
yeah.
I'm saying, as an artist.
And
so like
I embrace the MC because like I speak with the music. It's not about me, it's about making good music. You know, like because I know I grew up playing drums. Like we played ukulele. Like I grew up playing guitar, just general percussionist. I was in choir. Like I just like music.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot more than just being a lyricist.
Yeah.
MC is like master of ceremonies, and so like I'm not a singer. Like I'm an MC, and so like that's why I chose my name. Like I could be MC Teddy. But I chose Teddy MC because it's like I'm Teddy first. I am my person first, and I'm an MC second.
So if people want to go in right now on Google, they're going to look you up. They're going to go to TEDDY space capital MC. Is there a 734 in there?
No, that's just my. Don't give up my personals,
bro. Well, we did give away that you are an Ypsilanti.
That's fine. You can find me in Ipsy.
Well, that's the area code to Ypsilanti, so that would have been pretty easy.
Right.
To
Rapping.
I don't need people knowing my social.
All right, we'll bleep it out.
No, that's okay. I don't care.
Bleep.
Come find me at the coffee shop.
Actually, you know where to find him.
Yeah, exactly.
317 West Cross Street. Coffee in Ypsilanti, Michigan.
Being a rapper. Sorry, I know you just like that term. Being an MC and being easy to find.
Yeah. I'm an approachable dude, man.
I don't think you're starting beef with anyone either.
He's an approachable man.
I mean, maybe you are. I don't know.
Speaking of which, if anybody
starting beef?
No. If anybody finds my battles online, I'm a battle rapper too. If anybody finds my battles, I'm sorry if they don't hold up in 2021.
Okay.
I can be offensive. I'm just gonna put that out there, and I apologize in advance.
Listen,
good move on your part.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
You have to understand.
I'm not trying to get canceled.
Well,
I think
you'll be safe. I think you'll be all right.
Yeah, no, I think everything's. From what I've heard, I think everything's fuego.
Well, yeah. Speaking of hearing things and being a master of ceremonies, Teddy, in your 20 years of service under your belt, I want to hear a time when
Master
you were working.
ceremony sounds like a wedding.
When you were working in coffee, where a customer just made you feel so uncomfortable. Wait. I want to hear.
I gotta get ready.
I want to hear Josh intro this segment because he really wants to.
No, I gotta say it. Barista horror stories as told by Teddy.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I wanted to do. That was it. That was literally the whole thing I was waiting for this whole time.
That was a clean cut and a nice segue, Jordan, by the way, also.
Yeah, no problem, man. I'm pretty crafty. Only when I want to be.
I like your sound.
Yeah, no. Now it's your take the reins.
Yeah, let's hear it, Teddy.
All right, so as far as barista horror stories go, I got a good one for you. But first, shout out to, and this is a negative shout out to, and Jordan knows who I'm talking about, the guy who comes in and parks his truck sideways and
I like
in the
this.
parking lot.
Yeah,
we can park like 6 to 8 cars. And he takes 3 of them up with a ramp truck early in the morning every day, and he called me one of the good ones. And I swear to God, if I wasn't a nice person, I'd slap every teeth out of.
Not a good thing
yeah,
to say.
That man fucking wild and just doesn't get it.
Oh my gosh! Every time I see him, my blood boils. It's like like Kill Bill when it's. Anyway, shout out to that fat motherfucker.
Yeah.
But okay, so most recently, and all I feel like, because I usually work mornings, right? And I think any barista that knows, like, you work the morning, and like Ipsy's a shifty town. I love it. I still live here for a reason.
It is.
Like, but it's either, you know what I mean? Like, I feel safer at Ipsy at night almost sometimes. You know what I mean? Like when it's we open at 7 a.m. and so if you're there at 6:30, 6:45, some of these motherfuckers are still up. You know what I mean?
No, dude, the scariest time in Ipsy is like 4:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. when like not everybody's waking up to go to work yet, and not everybody has gone to bed yet, and you're just kind of this weird floater time where pretty much everybody that you see on the street during this time is like,
dude, it's like I Am Legend.
Vaguely terrifying.
Yeah, for real. That like as soon as the sun comes out, then shit gets normal. But if it's not out, you're not safe. You know what I mean? So I got one of my regulars. Super nice guy, super chill, one of my favorite customers. Comes in, how's your day? Good. Coffee? Yup. Black? Yup. All right. X amount of money. See you later. All right, I'll be back in a few for a donut. All right, tight. You know what I mean? Easy peasy, right? Any barista knows that, like, you get somebody like that, like, I'll drop everything I'm doing to make sure that you're happy.
Oh, yeah.
So this guy comes in one magical morning when I had been maybe hanging out a little bit too late the night before, right? We're all adults here. And so I'm not, I got a little sleep in my eyes still. I haven't had my coffee personally.
Oh, yeah.
And so this guy comes in and I'm like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Good. Coffee? Yup. Black? Yup. All right, perfect. And in walks, and this is during quarantine as well too. So like this person walks in. I'm not going to describe this person, but they, right, seemed to be undesirable, to say it politely.
Yeah, I think we can all picture.
Yeah, just general sketch, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and like I've never seen this person before.
Yeah. Sus as fuck.
Just bad. Are you guys saying sus now? Is that what it is?
I just say it for fun. My daughters say it. They're 10. So
Josh is trying to catch up with the lingo.
No, seriously. I think I dropped an AF earlier. So like,
no, I definitely dropped it. I'm not no shame in my sus game.
No cap, right? No.
Oh God,
no cap. I literally never wear caps.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's a saying too.
That's not true, but.
Oh yeah. Anyway,
I could do dad jokes all night.
Wow.
Oh, don't get me started.
All right, I'm getting you way off track here. Let's get back into the horror story.
What's it? Okay, if we're gonna talk dad jokes, I got a good one. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Panther.
Panther who?
Panther, no pants. I'm going swimming.
Hey, me too, brother. Doesn't matter none. You ever show up to the swimming pool? You ever show up to the, the watering hole at your local forest? You realize you forgot your bathing suit? You're not gonna go back. You're just gonna go.
Why would you go back? We're already here. Panther, no pants. I'm getting wet today.
Anyway, so
Sorry.
this undesirable, this generally nefarious individual just rips open the front door to the cafe.
Well, it wasn't like beast mode. No, like it was like quiet, like it was like shade, like like creeped in, like mad slow, like with like it looks like they had like intentions, right? And I'm like, hey, what's up? Good morning. Second person I've seen all day. The first guy, right? The customer who's awesome comes in every day. And then this person creeps in, no mask. And so I'm like, hey, can I offer you a mask? Like you need to have a mask on if you're gonna be inside. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, for sure. So I I've got mask under the counter. So I hand them a mask, they put it on, polite. I'm like, how can I help you today? And they just like silent, dead silent. Nothing. And I'm like, whoa, this is okay. Like this doesn't read right. You know what I mean? Like trust your gut. This doesn't read right. Looks at me and then looks at my customer and it's like, your name John? His name is not John. And he's like, no. She's like, no, you're fucking John. And he's like, nope, no. And I looked at them and I was like, that's not John. Like, I know this guy. His name is not John. She goes, I'm talking to him. And I'm like, holy fuck. Mind you, this is 7:15 a.m. You know what I mean? Like, we're not talking
time for conflict, baby.
Yeah, no,
I'm having a bad morning.
Yeah, 7:15.
Right. And so
Time to make the bacon.
It was like, have fun. She goes, yeah, I like have fun fucking your secretary. And he's like, what? She's like, you heard what I said? Have fun fucking your secretary. He goes, I don't have a secretary. She goes, oh no, John. Yes, you do. He's like, no, I don't. She goes, don't worry. I'll see you. And then walks out of the coffee shop backwards. You know what I mean? Like backwards and like opens the front door with her back. And does
like doing the booty bump out. Yeah,
the booty bump. Yeah. And does like the finger gun motion, like not silently, like pow pow, like as they leave, like. And I was like, holy smokes! I'm like, is your real name John? And do you have a secretary that you've been sleeping with behind your wife's back? But you know what I mean? It was obviously like a mental health issue, but like I'm like, dude, it's too early for this. Like I cannot believe it. I'm like, I cannot.
That shit happens.
I'm like, are you okay? Do you feel safe? He's like, no, dude, it's fine. You know, whatever. People are crazy. Like, you know, but like, no, when something like that is happening, you can't assess the situation that fast. You know what I mean? That you're like, I'm like, you want to grasp it and be like,
nope.
Like, really, you should be like, no, get the fuck out of here. Like, come on, like, or like call the cops or something. You know what I mean? But like, no, yeah, it just comes in.
For a moment, you thought that she might actually.
I'd question because I've known this guy for years.
For sure.
And then for a split second, she gave the finger guns on her way out, and you were like, "Wait, is she just like really trying to tell him to have a good time?
Does she?
Have a good time fucking your secretary, John?
Yeah, John.
With the wink of the finger gun.
Does she think that her hands have bullets in them? Pow, pow. I don't know. That's no, that was
pretty eventful, like weekday morning.
No, yeah, it was the best 6.5 minutes of my life.
That's why I love this section. It's just like the insight into the things you don't know about being a barista.
Being a barista is just fucking crazy sometimes. Like,
yeah,
people who haven't had their coffee yet, bad people.
Well, that's the thing. Is that like that's my whole thing. Is I keep the city caffeinated, and so I get to see people at their worst.
Yeah.
blessing. That's a blessing. So like as terrible as
off.
yeah, as terrible as a person that I might be, in my own mind, you know what I mean? Like I see people and like all I do is hear like, oh, I got shitty fucking this, my car, my wife, my dirt. You know what I mean? Like we're the daytime bartenders. You know what I mean? Like we're your therapist. You know what I mean? Like you get 5 minutes of therapy for a $6 coffee. You know what I mean? And so,
yep, it's not the greatest therapy all the time.
Oh no, I'm terrible at it. That's probably what
bartenders aren't great therapists either.
No, that's what people are out
there. People like, still ask them everything.
Bad bartenders,
like they're just people.
I'm up there complaining about something. Like, God, sometimes bartenders just say things. I remember complaining to a bartender once about a girlfriend. They were like, "Well, you should just go fuck somebody else." And I was like,
"Wow, you made it so simple."
I'm like, "Damn, that's like."
Broke it down. You know the classic.
That was a loaded piece of advice there, buddy.
The classic barista / bartender line is when somebody's got a problem that they're trying to unload on you. It's like, and Jordan's really good for this one. Well, I don't know, man.
Yep. Dude, there's sometimes people just walk into fucking cafes and look at you and they're like, yeah, I don't know. I've got all this shit going on, and they just stare at you for a little bit too long afterwards, and you don't have anything to say. Like,
this person's gonna fix my day. You know what? My day's fucked up too.
Yeah, like, sorry, man, I'm a little preoccupied. And I'm like, well, that all of that shit that you said sure is crazy, but I don't really,
I don't know, man.
I don't really have anything to say about that one. It still happens when people talk to me in the morning before I've had my coffee.
I go in.
People speak at me, and I look at them, and I open my eyes a little bit wider, and I say, "Huh, I gotta go."
Yeah.
Right.
I would grab my.
No, that's when you pray for a new customer. You know what I mean? You pray for a new customer to come in, so you can be like, "Oh, I gotta attend to this person."
Yeah. Oh man, I'm super busy. Wish I could stay and chat with you about your problems. Being a barista is also super rewarding. That's why we do it. That's why we put up with that.
I can don't let me down at 6 a.m. or 7:30.
Morning shifts are so much fun though.
Oh yeah, it's that first cigarette when the world's asleep. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Something about it. Wow. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to talk you guys.
It's not the life for everybody. But yeah,
I love it though.
Teddy,
I appreciate it.
Wonderful story.
Well, you both do.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on the show tonight. Dealing with us through all of the technical issues.
We really say bye. We want to make sure that we're going to talk. I wanted to actually really quickly bring up the fact that we're going to play the song "Liquor Store," which kind of is a really, it's a really dope track. Everyone listen through it all the way. I want you to really feel it. It's kind of a story. So if there's anything you wanted to send us off with, Teddy, last words. Oh, we lost the light.
Sorry.
I guess be nice to your barista because they woke up earlier than you did.
I think I've said that on the show so many fucking times, and yeah, still good advice.
Great advice.
Be nice to your barista because they woke up before you did.
Absolutely.
Listen to all different kinds of music, even music that you think that sucks, because you got to know what you don't like in order to understand what you do like.
Yes, it's the same reason I watch bad movies.
Yeah. That goes with all media, all art, and even coffee. Try a different coffee drink sometimes. You know what I mean? Like something that sucks. And usually, if you're cool to your barista and you're like, hey, you know what, this is not good, they'll be like, oh, cool, let me make you something different. You know what I mean? Like if you're kind to your barista, then they'll be kind to you back. Treat people with respect. Assholes are always going to be assholes. Just because somebody is in one of the words that we're not allowed to
shout out the guy who parks his truck at 6 a.m. across 3 parking spaces.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy.
Assholes are just assholes, no matter what they look like. yeah. Check out Cross Street Coffee, soon to be The Mug, Ypsilanti, if you're ever in Ypsilanti, Michigan.
Wonderful fucking place to be.
Thank you. Subscribe to this podcast.
Subscribe.
Smash that like button. Body slam the like button. And
body slam that like button with your whole face.
Fucking wrestle with
face smash the like button and the subscribe button. Wait, don't face smash.
Power bomb the like button. Yeah, I hope you guys like my music. I don't really have anything to plug other than
but we're that's why we're here. So I'll go ahead and do that right now for you. So thank you again for being on the show, Teddy, and everybody. You can go and check out his music, Teddy MC, SoundCloud, YouTube,
or anywhere
if you don't have a SoundCloud,
you might see it.
Go on YouTube. But right now, we're gonna give you a preview of the song "Liquor Store."
All right, so hey, I'm about to run to the motherfucking liquor store. Y'all ain't.
Grab me a 6-pack of pussy, cash register, and some Funyuns.
My thing right now.
Regular flavor, because you know I'm blowing up with that kush. A keg of Natty Ice.
60 good times and 2 cartons of map.
I'm about to get me like a 40. Or
why you getting a 40 if you want a 40? You want a 40 and I want a 40.
Because they don't sell 120s, nigga. Hey, you need something? Where you going?
I'm going to the liquor store, right back to the liquor store. My bottle just ran dry, so now it's time to get some more. If you sippin' with me, put your money in, I'm finna roll. I'm tryna drink like I ain't never had a sip before. Off to the liquor store, that's where all the sinners go. To get that bottle, yes, that bottle, what's it hitting for? It be right there, right by my side, right up until it's gone. That's when I find myself right back at the liquor store.
I be heading to the liquor store trying to get a cold one just so I can ease my pain. I be there every day, so I guess it explains why the owner call me by name. Little buddy, you should see my brain. I'm pretty sure that it's probably mush. Still grab the mic and bust. Teddy MC is a brother that cannot be touched. Even though they lock me up, cause I got caught sipping and swerving. I'ma be alright long as when I get out, my girl got a fat split and it's burning. Cause that'll feel like kissing a virgin. Or maybe better than taking my first swig. But now you see me walking up to the cooler. Only problem is, what the fuck should I get? Maybe just a 40 ounce of the Bud Ice. Or I could grab myself a dozen Coronas. Or I could keep it old school with the high life. Cause you know I be a 30 bomb exploder. I keep it dirty but I'm casting over. Stay with some vodka for some money coming through. We can pop the to rock non-stop, but it's only a fucking, it's something that they wanna do. But if I'm just kicking it with the fellas and there's nothing like a case of the MGD. Rapping over instrumental MP3s. Plus you know we steady smoking plenty weed. If you hating better let me be. I'ma get my buzz, you can mind your business. God is my witness, I'm so relentless. When it comes to sipping, lick this, kiss just
going to the liquor store, right back to the liquor store. My bottle just ran dry, so now it's time to get some more. If you sippin' with me, put your money in, I'm finna roll. I'm tryna drink like I ain't never had a sip before. Off to the liquor store, that's where all the sinners go. To get that bottle, yes, that bottle, what's it hitting for? It be right there, right by my side, right up until it's gone. That's when I find myself right back at the liquor store.
You could call me an alcoholic, and if you did, then you wouldn't be lying. I done slowed down a lot, but I can't stop. Everybody say that I need to keep trying. From top shelf booze to the cheap wine, I'ma drink till my liver can't take it. Straight shots, mixed drinks on the rocks. I'ma keep the party going till the women get naked. If it ain't stirred, then it's finna get shaken. But I'd rather drink a brew myself, so I keep a tall boy in my right hand. Let it bring my cigarettes to my left. Yeah, I keep it old school, I guess. 25 years young, 6 years straight wasted. Think about all the different beers I tasted. Every piss test I took, I aced it. Not cause I don't smoke, cause I drink so much and my system flushes quick. Walking out of probation and custom kicks. Middle finger to the law, nigga, suck my dick. Still ain't find a crew that can touch my click. Murder any rapper, no matter how drunk I get. Heat waves who the fuck I'm with. And you wonder why I run my lips. We ain't never on no gunshot shit. Haters wanna blame it on the liquid courage. They be thinking that I'm soft when I'm sober. Only talking shit when I get to slurring. This who I am from the second I wake up to the minute that I go to sleep. Teddy steady sipping on some golden drink. So come along if you tryna roll with me.
I'm going to the liquor store, right back to the liquor store. My bottle just ran dry, so now it's time to get some more. If you sippin' with me, put your money in, I'm finna roll. I'm tryna drink like I ain't never had a sip before. Off to the liquor store, that's where all the sinners go. To get that bottle, yes, that bottle, what's it hitting for? It be right there, right by my side, right up until it's gone. That's when I find myself right back at the liquor store.
I'm so out of control. Man, how did it get this bad? My friends is worried about me, like that's finna get his ass. I got these demons haunting me like ghosts of a Christmas past. So I go back to the liquor store to get another drink so I can just relax. But that's the problem, there ain't no solving, it's my disease. I ain't even gonna stop this slowing down to be alright with me. Some people might believe I'm blowing shit out of proportion, but I really wish I was, cause I swear to God it's exhausted. Turning and constantly tossing, waking up every day hungover. I should just take one day off so I could finally say I'm sober. I know that one day all this drinking's finna catch up with me. I know you must believe that this ain't the way that I want to be. Not at all. But I'm going to the store again. My car is back in drive. Yeah. I look in my rearview mirror, that's when I see them flashing lights. Red and blues, yep, you guessed it, the police pulled me over. He asked me where I'm going, so that's when I told him that I'm going
to the liquor store, right back to the liquor store. My bottle just ran dry, so now it's time to get some more. If you sippin' with me, put your money in, I'm finna roll. I'm tryna drink like I ain't never had a sip before. Off to the liquor store, that's where all the sinners go. To get that bottle, yes, that bottle, what's it hitting for? It be right there, right by my side, right up until it's gone. That's when I find myself right back at the liquor store. The liquor store, right back to the liquor store. My bottle just ran dry, so now it's time to get some more. If you sippin' with me, put your money in, I'm finna roll. I'm tryna drink like I ain't never had a sip before. Off to the liquor store, that's where all the sinners go. To get that bottle, yes, that bottle, what's it hitting for? It be right there, right by my side, right up until it's gone. That's when I find myself right back at the liquor store.
We're back. I hope everybody made it through that whole song. It's a little bit of a longer song, but it is a great song. I think it's like 6.5 minutes long. But yeah, we're back now.
And what are we going to talk about?
We're going to talk about...
Hey, hold on a second here. This is a little too far from me. He's
All right,
hogging the
buddy.
mic.
Sorry.
You're hogging the mic.
We're going to talk about soda and coffee. Explicitly because I saw that Coca-Cola came out with a new...
I'm going to be up all night.
Coca-Cola came out with a new beverage called Coca-Cola with coffee, which has always been a thing. That's been a thing that I've enjoyed on several occasions over the years. So I actually picked a couple up.
I'm going to crack this
a couple
open.
Individual cans.
Listen
to this pop.
Ready?
Anyways, so I saw these because I've always tried... You were a fucking animal, bro.
I didn't think it was going to come out. I was trying to get the sound of the CO2.
God.
I'm trying to give the people a little ASMR.
You're a grown man.
Dude, it only got on the bass.
I know, but what if it got on the microphone?
It didn't. It's not in the good. It's not on the...
You should put it on there. It'd be like they're getting a bath.
Look. Battle scars.
Anyways.
Earned it.
Espresso and soda is really fucking good. I'm sorry. Sorry if you think that sounds weird. It's not. If you ask your baristas if they've ever tried it, and they say no, you should probably ask them to try it. But anyways, we're talking about this because I saw that Coca-Cola had made a new individually canned beverage called Coca-Cola with coffee. Bought a couple. They taste like shit, in my opinion.
Actually, that's not good at all. I just tasted that, and it tastes literally
No, that's
like
my whole thing. I opened one, and it just tastes like a vanilla Coke, but if the sugar in vanilla Coke was replaced with aspartame. Like, there's no coffee flavor to it. There's nothing good about it. It literally just tastes like a Diet Vanilla Coke. And I don't drink soda. I don't really like soda. I'm not a soda guy.
Oh.
So,
to me... It does have sucralose.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. There's something not right about this beverage. Like, this is not good.
Wait, that's actually sus. Like...
That's what I'm saying, dude. This thing is, was not good.
Whoa, listen to this. A great Coca-Cola taste blended with rich, luxurious coffee. Now, What I don't like about this is nowhere on the front does it say it has sucralose in it. It doesn't say it's a diet drink. It doesn't say it's a low sugar.
Yeah, I knew that it had a fucking weird taste in it, and now that we're actually looking at the
It
ingredients,
literally
we know
says
this.
sucralose.
So let me do you all a favor. Let us here at
Don't
Pop
buy
Coffee do
this.
every single one of you people a favor. If you see the Coca-Cola and coffee
That's
on a
what it
shelf,
is.
and you think to yourself,
It's
"Oh,
gonna be
that's
trash.
weird. Let me try it."
Don't.
Coca-Cola and espresso go really, really fucking good
This
together. That is a
real.
fact. They can taste delicious together. If you do it properly, it's like if you've ever had an espresso tonic, which I do believe I've talked about on the show before, which is it's a Coke espresso but with tonic water.
Delicious.
Not soda water, but tonic water. In espresso. Just like Coca espresso, just like I made Josh a 7-Up in espresso, also just to prove a point to him.
Oh, 7-Up, I thought it was
Right
Sprite.
before the show? No, it was 7-Up.
What?
I don't know why I didn't get Sprite. That was a weird move on my part. I meant to get Sprite, but I just grabbed 7-Up. But I made Josh a 7-Up and a 7-Up and espresso right before the show as well, just to prove a point to him. Guess what?
What was that point?
He loved it.
It was great.
He liked it more than the Coca and espresso.
Which I've been drinking.
Yeah. So I proved a point to Josh because he had never had soda and espresso together. He thought it was kind of weird. I gave him the can of Coke and coffee at first, and he was like, "Yeah, this is pretty good."
You changed my mind.
And I was like, "No, man, this is fucked up. Like, we're gonna have some actual, just like espresso with our soda." And you can go to any cafe if you know, a lot of cafes are within walking distances of places that sell canned soda. And I'm sure that if you bought a shot of espresso, they would give you a cup of ice.
Yeah.
To mix all your shit
Well,
together.
no, some
with.
I've been
This
seeing
is a
it.
very
More people are doing
easily-
it. More cafes are actually offering the Coke and espresso as an option.
Yeah.
So I wanted to kind of just put this out there to everybody to let you know to go and try it and don't feel weird because it's actually pretty darn good.
Yeah,
we
if
said
you
it,
want
we
to try
told you-
it, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. If you see the Coca-Cola and coffee in
Don't
a
do
can
that.
on a shelf, don't get it.
That's not
Just-
okay.
just
this is
go-
this is
Just go the
trash.
extra mile and get it done the right way. We didn't even use espresso.
Do
Actually,
they have other flavors?
we
Is this
used.
only- do they-
That's the only one they had at Walmart. So
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. But
Yo, that's
we
trash.
used. I used a mocha pot. I used a Biolavi, like a little stovetop, not technically espresso maker, but close enough.
It's technically called an Italian
Yeah.
coffee maker, and they drink espresso. So in Italy, so it's
So it
stovetop
doesn't even-
espresso.
it
Really,
doesn't-
honestly,
It doesn't even have to be fancy espresso. You can literally just brew a coffee at
mocha
home.
pods,
and mix
I've
the two.
argued, are better than.
Find a ratio that you like. Try different
Espresso.
sodas. If you're one of those crazy people that decided that they wanted to make their own sodas at home, more power to you. I've always loved that. Like, I don't know.
Get one of those.
I'm friends with a lot
What
of
are those called?
hippies.
Airstreams.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm friends with a lot of hippies, and they. I've gone to a lot of people's houses
Soda streams.
where they're just like, "Oh no, not a Soda Stream." That's. I mean, yeah, if you have a Soda
can make
Stream,
your own
that's cool
sodas,
too. But if you're one of those people
Oh no,
that
like
really, makes
make
their own sodas,
really make your own sodas. Okay, yeah.
yeah, like there's nothing better
Like an
than
alternative to Coca-Cola.
nothing better than
Yeah,
showing
like
up to like a
birch beer.
household and
Or-
the people
or-
there are just like,
I don't
oh,
know.
try this new
Sassafras.
recipe for our soda, or people that make
Sarsaparilla.
hot sauce, or people that grow their own vegetables and process them into
Or
things.
like
It's just really
pickle
cool.
things. Yeah, it's lit. No, like the
But
kimchi.
also-
Make your own kimchi.
Yeah, make your own
Yeah.
kimchi,
I don't know. Kimchi's kind of weird.
make
though.
your own soda.
I mean, personally, it's
make
kinda,
your own simple syrups,
a little spicy.
glazes, hot sauces. Grow your own beets.
I
Make
had
your
this
own
uncle
sugar.
who made these amazing pickles. I thought it was such a cool process. He had big hunks of garlic in there.
Yeah,
With
people
them.
don't make their own pickles enough. We should do it. We should make pickles
Yeah, we should.
with coffee.
But honestly, what you should do is make your own espresso. I see a lot of people using the Mexican Cokes made with natural sugar.
Yeah, very cool.
That might
if
be a
you
game
can find
changer. We
those.
didn't have that available.
RC
but
Cola is a wonderful substitute.
he's a big fan of RC Cola. RC,
The
talk to
only
this man.
beverage. Dr. Pepper Snapple. It's been years and I'm still trying to get a deal. I don't want to stop. Please.
He created the fan page, everybody. So we're gonna move on. We don't want to get into that on this show. That we'll have a whole show dedicated to that. No, we won't. Anyway, the point of the story is Teddy dropped a really dope track for you earlier, and we hope that you go support him and you go on. We apologize for our technical difficulties. Coca-Cola and coffee and 7-Up and coffee are actually really good if you make them at home.
Yeah, no doubt. You should definitely go out and try it. Figure it out.
I think we're done.
Yeah. Always remember that it's probably a great time for a cup of coffee.
And some of Teddy's ramen.
Yeah, and some Teddy's ramen if you're in the neighborhood.